You have already done incredible things, but if no one ever taught you to celebrate them, you probably don't even know it yet. Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to the show. I'm Esther, coming to you from Switzerland, and Today I want to talk to you about something that might seem small, but I promise you by the end of this episode, you'll realize it might be one of the most powerful things missing from your life. We're talking about celebrating yourself, not in a loud, bragging, look at me kind of way. No, I'm talking about the quiet, sacred act of looking at what you've done, what you've survived, what you've built, what you've become, and actually letting yourself feel proud. Really feel it in your chest, in your bones, in your soul. And that's exactly where I want to start today. Let me ask you something honest. When was the last time you did something? Finished a project, showed up for someone, got through a hard week, took one small brave step, and you actually stopped and said, I'm proud of myself. Not just moved on, not just crossed it off the list, but really, genuinely let yourself feel good about it. For most of us, the silence after that question says everything. I know, because I lived that silence for years. Growing up, celebrating yourself just wasn't something we did. It wasn't in my family DNA. It wasn't modeled for me. It wasn't even a conversation. You did the thing and then you moved to the next thing. Full stop. And I think so many of us, especially women, especially people who were raised to be humble, to not take up too much space, we carry this invisible belief that pride is arrogance, that celebrating yourself is showing off. What if celebrating your progress is actually the fuel that keeps you going? That's the shift I want to invite you into today. A few years ago, I stepped into an extraordinary world, the world of Tony Robbins. As a crew member, as a volunteer, as someone who said yes to showing up and serving at his events. And inside that world, I learned something that sounds almost ridiculously simple. Whenever someone shared something they had done, something they had accomplished, something they were working on, we would stop everything and we would do this. 1, 2, 3, you rock. Clapping, cheering, the whole group. And then the person themselves would say out loud, I rock, Esther. The first time I did it, I thought, okay, this is a little strange, maybe even a little silly. I felt awkward. I felt like I was pretending. But here's what I didn't expect. The more I did it, the more I let myself say those words, the more I let the cheering land, something started to shift, not on the outside, on the inside. I became someone who celebrates her small wins, someone who sees progress where she used to only see how far she still had to go. And I carry that practice with me everywhere now. In our weekly mastermind group, 5 people, 4 different countries, all on this path together. Every time someone shares about their week, we stop, we celebrate, we hold space for each other's courage, no matter how small the step. Because small steps deserve big celebrations. That's not a nice idea. That's a law of momentum. I want to share something personal with you today. Last week, I received a box. It came from the United States. I opened it, and inside there were orange t-shirts. Not just any t-shirts. In white letters, it said, Senior Leader. I stood there holding that t-shirt and I cried. Happy tears, full heart tears. Because 10 years ago, I want you to really hear this. 10 years ago, I was someone who admired the coaches and senior leaders at Tony Robbins events from a distance. I watched them move through the room with this presence, this confidence, this deep knowing of who they were. And I thought, that could never be me. I'm not a leader. I hide. I don't step up for myself. I speak up for my sons at school, yes. But when it comes to my own life, my own truth, my own voice, I shrink. And yet, here I am, holding the t-shirt with the written letters, Senior Leader. You cannot buy this title. You cannot pass an exam for it. There is no diploma on the wall. It happens through years of small steps, years of showing up, years of inner transformation, years of saying yes when fear said no, years of crewing at events, attending the Leadership Academy, going back to Date with Destiny, serving again and again, even when I wasn't sure I was ready. I had already served at 2 events as a senior leader, but today, holding that t-shirt in my hands, seeing Senior Leader in white letters on that bright, blazing orange, my heart felt something it doesn't always let itself feel. Pride, real, full, unashamed pride. And I want to celebrate it out loud because that's what I've learned to do. Now I want to be really clear about something. I'm not sharing this to brag. I'm not sharing this to impress you or make you feel like you're not enough. I'm sharing this because I know I know that there's something in your life right now, a dream sitting on the shelf, a goal that feels too big, too far, too impossible for someone like you. Maybe it's starting your own business. Maybe it's healing a relationship. Maybe it's writing the book, recording the first episode, having the difficult conversation, leaving what no longer serves you, stepping into who you know you're meant to be. Whatever it is, it's not too far, it's not too big, it's not impossible. It just requires something we often forget: patience, small steps, and the courage to celebrate every single one of them. Think about how a mountain is climbed, not in one giant leap from the valley to the summit, step by step, breath by breath. And at every clearing, every view, you pause, you look at how far you've come, and you say, "Look at that, I did that." That pause, that celebration is what gives you the energy to keep going. For me, it started with crewing virtually at a Tony Robbins event from my living room in Switzerland. That was step one. Then attending the Leadership Academy, showing up at his events in person, in Cologne, crewing, serving, growing into leadership. And today, the t-shirt. Each step was a celebration. Each celebration gave me courage for the next step. And I want that for you. So, how do you do this practically? Let me give you something real to take away today. Step 1. Notice. The next time you do something, anything, pause before you move on. Don't rush to the next task. Just stop for 3 seconds and ask, did I just do that? Step 2. Name it. Say it out loud. I made that call I was afraid to make. I showed up today even though I was exhausted. I said no when everything in me wanted to say yes to keep the peace. I took the first step. Step 3. Feel it. Don't just think it. Let it move through your body. Put your hand on your heart. Smile. Jump if you need to. Say, I am proud of myself for this. Step 4. Tell someone. Send a voice message. Write it in your journal. Share it in a group of people who get it. Celebration multiplies when it's witnessed. Because here's the truth. What you celebrate, you repeat. And what you repeat, you become. The more you celebrate the small wins, the more your nervous system learns. Progress is safe. Growth is good. I'm capable. I'm becoming. And slowly, quietly, beautifully, the small steps start to add up to something that takes your breath away. I want to leave you with this before we close. Whatever you are working toward right now, be patient with yourself. The world is so fast. Social media shows you everyone else's highlight, and your nervous system whispers, "You're falling behind." But you are not falling behind. You are on your path, and your path has its own timing. Don't compare your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20. Don't give up because the goal seems far. It only seems far when you're standing at the bottom looking up. Start walking. Take one step. Celebrate it. Take another. And please, please be as kind to yourself as you would be to someone you love. Celebrate yourself the way you would celebrate your best friend, your child, your sister. You deserve your own applause. 1, 2, 3, you rock. Say it, say your name, mean it. I'm so grateful you spent this time with me today, that you showed up for yourself by pressing play. That is already a win worth celebrating. I'm Esther, coming to you from Switzerland, a country of mountains that know something about patience and about the view that rewards every step. If today's episode touched your heart, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Someone who has been too hard on themselves for too long. Someone who is doing so much more than they give themselves credit for. And if you have a moment, leave a review or send me a message. I love hearing from you. I really do. And before I let you go, I want to offer you something. If today's episode stirred something in you, if there's a goal you've been carrying quietly, a dream you're not sure how to start, or a version of yourself you keep glimpsing but don't quite know how to step into, I want to invite you to a free coaching session with me. Just you and me. No pressure, no pitch. Just a real, honest conversation about where you are, where you want to go, and what that next small step might look like for you. This is the work I love most. Sitting across from someone or across from a screen and helping them see what they cannot yet see about themselves. Helping them feel, maybe for the first time, what it's like to be truly celebrated. To have someone say, "I see you, I believe in you, you've got this." Because you do. You absolutely do. All you have to do is reach out. You'll find the link in the show notes, or you can send me a message directly. I would be so honored to walk this next step with you. Until next time, keep going, keep celebrating, keep becoming. With so much love, Esther from Switzerland for the world.